Masters in Renewable Energy. My name is Anna. I work for InnoEnergy marketing team, and today joining me we have Silvia Mateos and Cristobal Voz, who are the program director and the program coordinator for Masters in Renewable Energy. And we also have our colleague Josh, who's joined us today from the admissions office. So he'll be here to support us on any admissions related questions. And if you joined the webinars before, you know that the idea is essentially to get a feel for the program, to understand a little bit about the courses and syllabus, the universities, the study journey, and just to help you decide which program suits you best, essentially. If you have any questions for either Silvia, Cristobal, or Josh, what I suggest we do is you pop them in the questions box on your control panel. So it's a question box at the bottom. I think it should be on your right hand side. And what I will do after the presentations are over, I will read out the questions and I'll direct them to either Silvia, Cristobal, or Josh. And if there's anything also that's popping up in the chat, I will also be answering some questions in the chat as well at the same time. And so I'll hand it over to Cristobal and Silvia now, and then I'll come back to you in a bit when we'll be switching over the presentations for Josh as well.
Okay, hello all. My name is Cristobal Voz. I am a professor at the UPC in Barcelona, in the northeast of Spain, and I am the program director, the coordinator of the whole Masters in Renewable Energy offered by Inno Masters Plus. The idea of this presentation today is to present the program. The part that is more academical, the part that is related to the subjects and the degrees that you will obtain from the universities, and also the part that it's the added value by Inno Masters Plus, by InnoEnergy, that it's all the part that is related to participation of industry and opportunities to find an internship, find a job, and other education that you will get while you are doing this program in renewable energies. This is the outline. I will go in point by point. Then, for starting, what do you need to start this journey with us? It's the requirements. Well, you need a bachelor of 3 years, 180 credits or equivalent in your country. And well, typically the background of the engineers or the graduates that can follow this master are mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, chemical engineers, applied physics, physical engineering, and other studies. Well, they are evaluated case by case by the professors at the universities, and in many cases they can be also accepted. I refer here to aerospace engineering, naval engineering, civil engineering. Then these particular cases, then we have to check the subject that you have studied in your bachelor, and then, well, depending on these subjects, this content, this background, maybe you can participate in the program, or maybe we can advise you to a particular year 1 university. That maybe I can talk about this later, you know, when I present the 4 universities that are offering this joint international program. And of course, you need some level of English, and maybe this can be explained by Josh after me, no, with more details and more information. Then, well, these are the requirements and what you can expect from these masters. Well, I think it's one of the most important recognized masters in renewable energies, and because of the participation of InnoEnergy, the focus of Inno Masters Plus is that it has a unique focus compared to other programs in innovation and entrepreneurship. In this case, in the renewable energy sector, then you will get something extra that you will not find in other programs that you can find in also good universities, technical universities in renewable energies, no? But they will not offer some things that we can offer in this program because of the funding and the participation of InnoEnergy, and also the funding from the European Institute of Innovation and Technology that is co-funding this program and allows us to organize a set of activities that I will present later during this presentation. The focus is to train engineers that are able to make real impact in the society, and in our master, in our case, in the field of renewable energies. The program content, well, you have a booklet with the syllabus, the courses offered by the universities that I will present later. But basically what you can expect is all the technologies in renewable energy, PV, thermal, hydro, ocean, biomass, biofuels, also management, storage, transmission of energy vectors, no? Integration into the grid, batteries, hydrogen. If you like sustainability, decarbonization, you like the environmental impact, you also have subjects about this. Of course, in the field of energy, it's important to know about the economy of energy, the energy markets, and in relation with this, the policies that sometimes rule how energy it's applied into the society. No, it's important the policies from Europe, policies from the United States, policies in emerging countries. They can dictate how renewables are developed in your countries. And if you like programming, you have subjects in data science and artificial intelligence applied to energy systems. And you can also, within the program, participate in innovation challenges posted by industries related to energy. So also during your studies, you can be in contact with industries. Well, I advise you to check the booklet of this master. I have selected, just to give you an idea, subjects that you can find. They are not all of them, but I think they are representative of what you can expect in this program. Well, you can see, no? From general introduction to energy resources, energy markets, energy economy. You like technology, wind, PV, hydro, thermal. If you are an electrical engineer, smart grids. If you are applied physics, no, you can have subjects about materials, material science, and electronics for battery technologies. Storage is included. If you like programming, you have subjects in artificial intelligence, data science, of course, with a focus in the management or the introduction of energy into the grid. So there is, you can define your track. Of course, there is a common track for all of you, that it's knowing the basics of energy, and in particular renewable energies. But apart from this basic common track for all of you in the 4 universities, you can select your path if you are more in a chemical background, in an electrical background, electronics, you like materials, you like more data and programming. I think here you have a good idea of what you can expect. But in any case, it's good that you go to the booklet, because in the booklet you have the links to the universities, and you can even find the forms that are describing these subjects with all the details. Okay, number of credits, number of hours, if they include labs, if they are more theoretical, the contents in detail, the learning objectives, the results of the learning, all this kind of information that you can find when you look at the programs and the curricula of the technical universities. The universities are 4 that I think they are in the rankings. I think they are among the best technical universities in Europe. You have KTH in Stockholm, École Polytechnique in Paris, France, Instituto Superior Técnico, IST, in Lisbon, Portugal, and in Barcelona, in Spain, you have the UPC, the Technical University of Catalonia, that I am professor here at Barcelona, at the UPC in Barcelona. But well, I am coordinating also the whole program. But later I will present you also the coordinators of the different technical universities. very good universities, polytechnic universities, and all of you will go to 2 universities, 2 of them, and all of you will go to ESADE, that it's a world-recognized business school, not only in Europe, also in the whole world. ESADE, that it's also in Barcelona, okay? Also in Barcelona. All of you will come to Barcelona to take some courses, like a concentrated MBA in entrepreneurship focused on renewable energies, okay? Well, the academic track, it's that you have year 1 in 1 university, one of the 4 universities. That it's not. This is what you will ask now. You will ask now for 2 preferences for your year 1 university, and then if you are admitted to the program because you have the correct background, your grades are okay, your subjects are okay, and the coordinators consider that you can join the program, then you will be admitted and invited to one of these 4 universities. And then in year 2, there is mandatory mobility. Then in year 2, you will move to a different university. You cannot repeat the university. This has to be clear. You cannot stay 2 years at UPC. You cannot stay 2 years at KTH, etc. You start in one university, the year 1, 60 credits, an academic course, and then for the year 2, you move to the second university, and you will do there the specialization and the master thesis. The master thesis can be in the year 2 university or can be in a company. And normally it's preferred to do the master thesis in the framework of internship in a company that is related to energy, renewable energy. And this company can be a company related to InnoEnergy, because InnoEnergy not only organizes and supports these masters, InnoEnergy also invests in companies that are developing ideas for renewable energies. Many of these companies were funded as startups by graduates of this program. So maybe you can even participate there with alumni of our program. Then apart from this, as I told you, you will be in 2 universities, not in the 4 universities, in 2 universities, and all of you will be in ESADE, mainly during your year 1. I will explain this later with more detail. Then the academic track is like this: year 1 in 1 university, technical university; year 2 in another university, technical university, and then what it's different or what it's added to this Inno Masters Plus. Why it's Masters Plus? Why the plus? Is because you have innovation and entrepreneurship also from the beginning in the academic track, and also parallel to the academic track. Within the academic track, well, you have in your universities, you will receive lectures and seminars from people from industry, okay? We invite people from industry, and maybe I'm teaching, particularly, I am teaching PV. I can invite an expert on technology, emerging technology on PV, and I invite this expert from industry to come to UPC and give you a class, 1-2 hours. Participation of experts in classes, in seminars, and also in project courses. Okay, all the you are engineers, and you know that in engineering studies normally you have project courses. Well, these project courses in our program are not, many times they are not theoretical project courses. They are project courses that are defined and offered in agreement with a company. And then in this course that it's getting you credits, academic credits of these credits that you have to get your degree, your master's degree. You are already working in these project courses with companies, trying to solve a real problem that this company has, and then you are already collaborating with this company. Then maybe this company is happy with you, and this company in the end offers you a contract when you finish the master. Okay. And also in relation with this, we try to offer from the universities, and particularly with the support from InnoEnergy, a lot of internship opportunities with startups or companies that were funded by InnoEnergy, and also companies that collaborate with InnoEnergy to offer you internship opportunities that in many times, or in most cases, you will do the master thesis with these companies. And also, quite often, these companies then want to keep you in their teams when you finish, and you already find a smooth transition to a job in a company that it's in a field that it's what you have studied, and this facilitates your transition to the laboral stage, in your career. Here are some examples of companies where students have done internships and master theses. Well, Schneider, Iberdrola, Scania, Tesla, Engie, EDP. Some of them are partners from InnoEnergy. Some others are startups or companies that were born by InnoEnergy. For instance, Naura Wind, Flexidao, AE Nova. Okay, these companies are companies that are closely related to InnoEnergy. But of course, you have also other companies like Shell, Tesla, Scania, many others. Okay. Then, as you can see here, you can find programs in renewable energy in technical universities, but finding this direct connection, intimate connection with industries, and these opportunities are something that is particular of these master's class programs that are supported by InnoEnergy with the collaboration of technical universities like UPC, KTH, IST, and École Polytechnique, that are very, very prestigious. I think you already know in the rankings, how these universities are positioned in this field of engineering, and in particular materials, electrical, energy engineering. Okay. Going more into details, this innovation and entrepreneurship journey in this program includes like a concentrated MBA in ESADE. That it's you will do this during your year one, staying a bit in the summer. Then you will start early in the end of September, beginning of October, 1 week in Barcelona. The program will pay your travel to Barcelona and your accommodation in Barcelona during this week, because you can come from Paris, from Lisbon, or from Stockholm, okay, from Sweden. If you are in Barcelona, well, you stay in Barcelona because it's in Barcelona if you are in the UPC. But in any case, you will be paid for the accommodation for this week. Then the intermediate sessions are distributed along the year one, and they are done online to facilitate that you don't have that you can organize this along with your courses at the university. And then when you finish your year one in July, you come to Barcelona again for almost 1 month in July, and you do a concentrated summer school for more than 3 weeks, where you stay in Barcelona again with all the expenses paid. The travel to Barcelona, accommodation to Barcelona, lunch in Barcelona, and you stay in ESADE taking courses. You can check these courses also in the syllabus. They are all described with detail. It's almost 150 hours, like that. It's almost 14, 15 credits. So it's like a concentrated MBA in a world-recognized business school. Okay, and you will get a diploma for this. then, well, you know that engineers having this kind of education in business creation, business administration, and here very focused on energy applications, companies give a lot of value to this kind of education that you will have, that it's apart from the 120 credits. So this has also I have to say also that you will be very busy during this year one, okay? But now you are very young, and now it's time to learn a lot of things. And I think it's good that you have a very busy year one, and you don't have so much free time, but it's an investment for your future when you finish the master. InnoEnergy, okay, Inno Masters Plus, the branch of InnoEnergy that it's organizing these masters, also organizes some events. One is the Connect event, that it's in April during your year one. You will go to Sweden, to Stockholm, all of you. And again, it will be paid everything, the travel, the accommodation, and also the lunch there during the event. That it's, I think it's 3 days, the event. And this is to connect you, no? That's the name, Connect, to connect you with startups and companies, preparing you to look for internships and opportunities for your year two, when you have to develop your master thesis, and then you are already in connection with companies and startups from InnoEnergy, and you have a lot of inspiring talks and networking activities, just to facilitate this transition, no, to the world of the industry and to the world of the investment in energy. In year two, this can continue with the Green Seed Journey, that it's a competition where students from year one develop a startup idea, and then you can participate in a competition where there are prizes, no? And then if you win this, I think there are 3 prizes. If you win this prize, you will get support and funding to develop this idea, and this can continue until until creating a startup, creating the seed of a company. There's a jury. It's a competition. Rene, it's very successful in this competition. I think the last 3 years, Rene, students from Rene won this competition, and now they are developing this idea with the support from InnoEnergy to create a company with this idea. There are also parallel events in October, TVB. Now it's the TVB of this year. TVB is it's like a where you support you work with startups from InnoEnergy and with investors, no, and you are already working with companies from InnoEnergy. This is only for some students, the best students in the year one, and all of you can participate in ENLIT. That it's maybe in Europe, I think it's maybe the most important energy fair, where you have concentration of companies, investors, professionals, entrepreneurs, and well, you are invited to go there. You have accommodation, you have entrance to this energy fair, and it's a good opportunity also in November, no, to find companies when you are in the second half of the program, no, and now you start to be worried about finding an internship, a position for the master thesis, looking for a job. Well, you have this, and InnoEnergy supports you to assist to this energy fair. And all of you also can participate in courses from energy that you will get a certificate, that are courses in data science and artificial intelligence for energy engineers. This it's offered in year one and year two. But if you are doing the Rene Master, you know that in year one you will be typically in July doing the summer school of ESADE. Then normally Rene students do this these courses in data science and AI for energy, normally in the year 2, when you don't have a SADE. You have already finished the master's thesis, you have finished the internship, then it's a good opportunity in the end of your year 2 to take these courses and get this certificate, this diploma. In the universities, you also have courses in data science and artificial intelligence for energy applications, okay? So in the universities, you have also electives courses about this. But even if you don't take these courses in the universities, in the academic track, in the credits that count for your degree, you can always take these courses apart, extracurricular, offered by InnoEnergy for free. But they are high-level courses. They are prepared and taught by professors from universities like Leuven, UPC, KTH. So they are very good engineers that are working in this field at the universities. Okay, I think it's more or less clear. Then this is well, you can see here Alejandra. It's a graduate from the last year. Well, she did the RENE program, and now she has 2 degrees. One, in her case, is 1 degree from IST and 1 degree from UPC. But if you do, I don't know, KTH and École Polytechnique, you will have 2 degrees, 2 master's degrees, because the university recognizes the credits each other. So if you come to UPC in year 1 and you go to KTH, KTH will recognize the credits of UPC, and UPC will recognize the credits and the master's thesis from KTH. And it's the same as doing 2 full programs at UPC and KTH. This is much more than mobility within an Erasmus program, for instance. No? You can do mobility with Erasmus, but you won't get 2 degrees. You will have in the supplement of your diploma, you will have some indication that you have done mobility, but this is not mobility. This is 2 full diplomas because there is disagreement between the 4 partners universities. So she has now 2 diplomas. She has a certificate from ESADE that it's like an MBA in practice for the companies. She has a diploma of the data science and artificial intelligence course for energy applications, energy engineers, and she has a diploma from the European Institute of Innovation and Technology that is co-funding this program. And this is, you can think about this like a quality stamp, no? We, as the program, the universities and InnoEnergy, we have been evaluated by this European institution, and they have evaluated that in our programs we offer not only technical academic education, we also offer this parallel track in innovation and entrepreneurship. We give this certificate from ESADE. We have experts from industry coming to universities, participating in the subjects, that we have many students doing internships, most students doing the master thesis in collaboration with a company. We have been evaluated and we passed this exam. And because we passed this exam, we, the program, the universities and InnoEnergy, we have this quality stamp that at least in Europe, all the companies know about this EIT label. Okay, it means that that you are not a regular, normal engineer with a lot of academic, scientific knowledge, that you also have a lot of practice in industry and facing real problems, real challenges postulated by companies, okay, already in your studies. And of course, you can participate in the Green Seed journey, and maybe you end by creating your startup or your company with the support from InnoEnergy with money and with services. Okay, with services, guiding you in aspects that normally engineers don't know, because we know, as an engineer, we know a lot about science, technology, but to create a company, you have to know more things than just technology or science. Well, in relation with this, InnoEnergy has the Careers Plus. This is the team, the organization within InnoEnergy that works for you to offer you opportunities. Okay, opportunities in these events, Connect, Enlit, TVD, or in hackathons, or helping you to write your CV, offering you the possibility to participate in challenges from industry. Maybe you go to Enlit, and in Enlit you can participate in a challenge that it's offered by a company, and then you work in a problem that this company has. And this is not a problem in a subject in a university, it's a problem that this company, Schneider, has a problem, and then looks for talent, and maybe you as an engineer, you are this talent that they are looking for because you know a lot about I don't know, electrotechnics, or you know about a lot about the technology of batteries, because you have done your even your degree thesis in this field. Okay, and of course all the ecosystem of InnoEnergy with more than 200 companies that are open to offer you opportunities. Okay. Another thing that you have, because you are in this program, is the community. The community is another branch of InnoEnergy that it refers to a team of people that is working to make this a community. This is for alumni when you graduate, to support you in your transition to the laboral world when you look for a job. Here you can do a lot of networking with other graduates, with graduates who have created their own company, their startup. Then you can join their project, or also can support you during the program before you graduate, organizing welcome events, visits to companies, cultural activities. There is a podcast, there is a newsletter. Well, it's a community, okay, but much more powerful than an alumni from a single university, okay? That it's just more something that but it's not active really. This is very, very active, and you have a lot of activities here that they are organized by this team of people. Many of them are graduates from the program. Okay. Well, this is maybe repeating the things. The idea, no, it's that in 2 years you will know 2 universities in 2 different countries, which is also already interesting, no? Just being in 2 different countries in Europe, stay in 2 different campuses, 2 universities, know different professors. You will get 2 full degrees, like if you had done the 2 full masters. You will get the diploma from ESADE. That it's like in practice it's MBA, and also very focused in renewable energies. You will get the EIT label, so any company in Europe will know that you don't have only academic education, but you have practical education with a lot of industry participation. And you can also, this is not compulsory, but you can always take the specialization, these courses in data science and AI for energy if you don't like programming and you don't like this is not compulsory. But I think now you know that AI, and data science in energy, for the management of energy, it's something that it's important that you also know. Okay. Again, this can be done in the courses in the universities, or can be done apart, or you can do both. Okay. The possibility to participate in the Green Seed journey and get all the support from InnoEnergy to create your own company when you finish the program. The support from the careers center, the career services, to find internships when you are doing the master, to find positions for doing the master thesis in a company, and when you finish the master, to find a job. Okay. And the community for activities, networking during the program, and to continue connected with the rest of graduates. I think InnoEnergy has now more than 2,000 graduates, maybe 200 graduates per year, and these programs are maybe 12, 13 years old. So in Europe, there are maybe 2,000 graduates that studied these programs, and well, now they have positions in companies, and they are very open to offer you a job because they know these programs, and when they compare these programs with other programs, well, they know that this is something else that a normal master program in a university with theoretical academic courses. Summary, it's the same, 2 diplomas, certificates in 2 years, a lot of activities offered by InnoEnergy in terms of courses, networking events, assistance to energy fairs, support from the career center and the community. And basically, this is just the picture of the education that was in Grenoble. It has been in Torino. It has been in Leuven. This depends on the year. The last year, well, this year, 2 weeks ago, it was in Grenoble in France. These are the graduates from Rennes. I think they were about 70 students. You can see here, all of them very happy, very glad. And maybe in 2 years, we meet in your graduation. We don't know where, but hopefully we will meet with you. I was there. I'm not in the picture, but I was there, and Silvia was also there in Grenoble. Okay, and we were talking with all of them. Were already working in companies, and they were. You can see, all of them very happy. Okay, you won't regret if you do this program or other InnoEnergy programs. Okay. These are contacts, myself, program director and coordinator at UPC. We have a deputy program director at IST, Susana, Silvia Mateos, who is here today, program manager, Dolores Salvatierra, another program manager, who is not here today. They work a lot. Silvia and Dolores organizing all your travels, accommodation, also in the academic organization, because we have to share the transcripts, the grades from one university to the other. So they have a lot of work with this, but they are very, very efficient. Maria Jose de la Maza is the coordinator. And for instance, you have very clear that you want to go to a call, you can always contact the coordinator at the call, that it's Ivan Bonasso, professor at École Polytechnique in Paris, France. In KTH, we have 2 coordinators, Miroslav Petrov and Ivan Yayarusurilla. You can write them to this email. It's a joint email. And at IST, you can write either to Susana or to Duarte, any of them, Duarte or Susana. Okay, they are the coordinators at IST. But, well, maybe if it's a very general question, maybe you can write me or Silvia or Dolores. But if it's a particular question, very focused on one university, maybe you can direct your question directly to these professors, or even to Maria Jose in ESADE, if you are interested in knowing a bit more about these courses at ESADE, you can write directly to Maria Jose, that is who coordinates all these courses at ESADE. Okay. And from my side, it was all. I think there is now a presentation from the admissions office. No, Anna, I have to stop presenting.
Correct. Sorry, I'm answering questions in the meantime as well. I'm just going to make George a presenter so he can share his presentation slide. 1 second. George, you should be able to present now.
Thank you very much.
Sharing tab, there should be an option for you to share your the slides.
Yes. Okay, can you see the admission slides now?
You can see them.
Yes, but there's no text at the moment, correct?
Yeah, it's just a yellow slide with the admissions title. Is that correct?
We can see that. We can see that, definitely.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Josh Compton. I'm an admissions officer. Thank you very much, Cristobal, for a very interesting presentation. Just a couple of things that I wish to echo from Cristobal's presentation. There's been a lot of information, and so if you guys have got any questions regarding admission or any further questions, then you're always welcome to get in touch with us on admissionsoffice@innoenergy.com. That's admissionsoffice@innoenergy.com. And if we can't answer your question, then we can redirect it to somebody that can. But I just thought that I would tag in on the end here just to present you some information about admissions. This is just 2 very quick slides, so let's get going. First of all, what documents do you need for application? All of this information is visible to you guys on the InnoEnergy, on mastersplus.innoenergy.com website. So if you go into under the tab application process, application requirements, then you can find this information as well for later reference. But I just thought I'd go through it quickly now, just to make sure that if any of you are in the application stage and you're thinking, oh, do I have everything? You can kind of check it off with what we've got here or make any notes for anything that you need to complete your application with. First of all, we need to see your bachelor's degree documents. This means the bachelor's degree certificate and the official transcript of records. Sorry, I've just got rid of that screen there. Can you see the presentation now still?
I can see documents for application, no? Bachelor's degree,
yeah.
Proof of office, CV, and passport.
Thank you very much. Yeah, perfect. So you need your official bachelor's degree certificate together with your official transcript of records. We need to be able to see your final overall numerical grade and the grading system used by your university in order to be able to calculate your GPA. This varies from university to university. Some universities, they have a sort of pass, high pass distinction, that kind of verbal grading system. But most universities will also provide some sort of numerical grading system and an overall numerical grade, which you can then calculate your GPA out of. So do make sure you've got those when you upload them. And we do need the documents to be officially produced. If the documents are not issued by your university in English, we're going to need a translation of them as well. So the original language documents and the English language documents. There are a lot of universities around the world these days that do actually produce documents in English. So it might be worth contacting the office of your registrar if you've not got the documents in English and asking for an English copy. But if that's not possible, then of course you can always get it translated. Then we need to see some proof of English language proficiency, given that all of our programs are taught and assessed in English. In a nutshell, the 3 tests that we accept are the IELTS academic test, the TOEFL internet-based test, and then the Cambridge Certificate of Advanced English or Certificate of Proficiency in English. You can see the different requirements that we have there. If you wish to have a more comprehensive breakdown of how those requirements look, then please check them out on our website at your convenience. Please also apply with your CV in PDF format and a copy of your passport. And there is one final requirement for those of you who have studied in, and this is your bachelor's degree, in any of the countries that you can see here at the bottom of the page. If you've studied in Bangladesh, Cameroon, Canada, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Sri Lanka, or the USA, then we must receive at the admissions office at KTH Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden, we must receive a copy of your transcript sent to us directly by your university. If you've studied in Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, then this must come by post. But if you've studied in any other countries, then it can come either by post or by email to, again, admissionsoffice@innoenergy.com. Anybody connecting who studied in Pakistan, we don't have a direct requirement on receiving your bachelor's transcript, but your degree certificate and your transcript must be attested by the Higher Education Commission. If this extra requirement is not met by anybody applying from these countries, we're not going to be able to pass your application on to the program steering committee. So we really do want to make sure that you meet this extra requirement. So check out our website, send us any questions that you've got, and just make sure that you fulfill that requirement. For the Masters in Renewable Energy, you have an option to be able to submit a motivational video together with your application. If you choose to submit a motivational video, then it helps make your application stand out. It helps the program steering committee to be able to figure out exactly who you are, why you want to study with us, what it is that you've got that you can contribute to the program. And it helps to sort of ground your motivation in studying with us. So it really does help to fortify your application. So it's not a compulsory component of the application, it's optional. But if you've got the time and the resources to do it, then absolutely I would recommend that you get on that. And then finally, this is just my last quick slide from admissions here. We have 4 different English test waivers available for the Masters in Renewable Energy. I'm going to go through them from left to right. The first English test waiver that we have is what we call the Universal English Test Waiver. And that is whether regardless of whether you've studied a bachelor's or a master's, if you have studied it in English in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, or the USA, then you can study at all of the universities in this program. Yeah, no problem. We then have the European English option, the ENO waiver. This is also valid for all universities in this particular program, and it is valid if you have studied a bachelor's or a master's from anywhere, any university in the European Union, the European Economic Area, or Switzerland. If you have studied in English in any of these countries, then you're going to also need to submit some proof that you have studied in English. If this information is absent from your transcript, for example, or your diploma supplement, then you can get a language of instruction letter from your university. On the other hand, if you have studied in Ireland, then you do not need to apply with such a statement. Then we have the alternative English option waiver, the ANO waiver. And again, in this program, it's valid for all of our universities. It's only valid if you studied a whole bachelor's. So if you've only studied a master's degree, but not a bachelor's degree in one of the ANO waiver countries, then you won't qualify for this waiver. But for the Masters in Renewable Energy program, there are 28 countries that are included in this alternative English option waiver, located in the Americas and Africa. They are presented in more detail on the admissions requirements page. I believe that the updates for the breadthening of this waiver, because this is a project that we have ongoing right now, the updates are ongoing. So hopefully over the next few days, the information will be updated, and you can just scroll down to the English requirements section of the application requirements page, and then you can click these expandable sections and check. You know, if you're thinking, hey, I've studied in this particular country, you can expand out the different English test waiver options, and you can see if you fulfill the requirements. Finally, we have the special track waiver. And again, you need to have studied a bachelor's degree in any of the 16 countries that are included in this waiver. These 16 countries are located in Africa and Asia Pacific. The only thing here is that KTH is not an option for this particular waiver. So if you have studied in any of the countries listed in the special track waiver section, then you will be able to study at UPC, IST, and École Polytechnique, but not KTH. So do keep your eyes peeled for the updates that are coming soon on our website. And I think for admissions, that's it.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yes, a lot of questions. Thank you so much, Josh. Maybe I'll try to dig out some questions for Cristobal and Sylvia now. But Josh, if you go into the Q&A, if you see any questions, feel free to answer in the meantime. Otherwise, I'll read them out to you as well. It's no problem. So, Cristobal, just a quick question. So, because we have one student who's obviously interested in energy, but then also interested in a particular field of biomass post graduation, and I was wondering, do we have any students who went into that field? Is it common? Is it possible to students to
Biomass.
get some sort of experience with it?
Biomass.
Exactly.
Well, we have subjects in biomass. Biomass, for instance, at UPC, there is a subject that it's biomass. We have in Barcelona, there are companies that are in this field. So in principle, it's possible to specialize with subjects in biomass, biogas, biofuels, and then look for a job in this field. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Something in the program.
Okay, perfect. So please let us know if you have any more questions for Cristobal and Sylvia. And then there's like some questions about scholarships and the activities that are covered. So first, I was wondering if we can brush up on scholarships. What's important for students to be awarded a scholarship? Like, how are the scholarships awarded for the program? What kind of things are being looked at when the students are being awarded the scholarship? Because a lot of students are asking, is professional experience important? And also, is professional experience important, for example, for the admissions process? Or is it mostly important for the scholarship process?
Professional experience is not important for the admission. Okay. When we are offering a master, no, then we receive graduates in a bachelor. So in principle, could be that the student does a bachelor and then he continues with a master. Then for the admission, it's not important professional experience. For the scholarships, well, in each evaluation of the applicants, universities, all the universities evaluate the students, the applicants. Then first we decide if they can be admitted or not, in which university. Normally we try to offer the first preference, but for instance, in some cases, we cannot offer the first preference, and then we offer the second preference, or we advise a particular university. This is explained in the web page and in the booklet of the program. Okay. If someone has questions, I can explain a bit more, but maybe it's long to explain as it's written. For instance, I don't know, chemical engineers, maybe starting at UPC, we have to check, if they know electrotechnics. I don't know, electrical engineers starting at KTH, we have to check if they have knowledge in thermal sciences, Then we try to do this kind of advice, well, maybe you should start in this university or the other. And then, apart from this, all the candidates for the scholarships. And here we take into account a bit, you need good grades for a scholarship. But we always have many students with good grades. Then it's not only good grades. We have a pool of applicants, of candidates with good grades. We go to the detail, professional experience, motivational video, what it was saying, Josh, the motivational video, the motivational letter, recommendation letters. For instance, if you have a professor that you have some confidence in your university, you studied the bachelor, the director of your degree thesis, or a professor that you have confidence, or you have worked after your bachelor for some time in a company, and you have a good relation with some person in this company. It's good that you also add a recommendation letter. And this, for instance, for some universities, for instance, for ECOL, this is important for ECOL. If you want to go to ECOL in year 1, a recommendation letter or 2 recommendation letters are a good point. Okay. For the scholarships, of course, you need good grades.
I think maybe I could jump in and answer the questions that have been asked in terms of admissions here, because it seems that I can only send the responses to organizers and panelists. Is that okay?
Of course.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. So the question that I was just typing a response to, should we have to apply for a scholarship separately or in the application we have to apply? We have 3 different sets of scholarships within InnoEnergy Masters Plus. We like to group 2 of them together. So the first of which is called the Energy. You can find all of this information on our scholarships part of the website. So no worries there if you need to look back at it later. But all of the applications are automatically considered for the Energy Impact Scholarship. So there's no extra application that you need to make in order to be able to have your application evaluated for the Energy Impact Scholarship. We have very few full participation fee waivers for the Energy Impact Scholarship, and then a much larger amount of partial fee waivers for the Energy Impact Scholarship. And then we also have the Diversity, Inclusion and Equity Scholarship and the Entrepreneurship Scholarship. And they're set up in 2 slightly different ways. If you wish to apply for either of these, then this is done in the scholarships tab of your application. You can choose to apply for one or the other type. So you would either choose to apply for the Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Scholarship or the Entrepreneurship Scholarship. And they're slightly different pieces of information that you need to include in your application if you wish to be considered for either of these scholarships. So do check out the website to make sure you're up to date with exactly what details you need to provide in order to be able to be considered for these scholarships. But essentially, diversity, inclusion and equity is rather self-explanatory. How do you as an applicant improve and increase, develop the inclusion, equity and diversity of InnoEnergy Masters Plus and the Masters in Renewable Energy? And the entrepreneurship is basically a chance for you to be able to showcase what experience you have within entrepreneurship and innovation. So if you've run a business or you've created a startup or you've been working on different kinds of projects, that's the sort of information that you're going to be providing for that particular scholarship. So that was that about scholarships.
And Josh, sorry, just one question. And is like English requirements, are they important for scholarships? So does your English score affect your scholarship chances?
No, if you meet the English requirements, then you meet the English requirements. They're 2 separate parts of the application. However, if you don't meet the English requirements, then you won't meet the requirements for a scholarship because you haven't met the English requirements.
Yeah, the English you need enough for being admitted, and then for the scholarships we don't consider if the grade in the English test was a bit higher or a bit lower. No.
Josh,
and then I had.
Yeah, there's some other questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Could I ask, do I need to submit my undergraduate course syllabus for this program, or only transcripts are enough? As long as you have an official transcript, that's all we need. It sounds to me like you possibly haven't yet finished your degree, just by the way the question is formed. So if you haven't finished your degree, then we need to be able to ascertain that you're on the final year of your degree program and that you will indeed graduate by next summer. So we need to have the information in your application so that we can deduce that that is what is actually going to happen. So if you could just make sure that you have a statement of enrollment, certificate of enrollment, however your university expresses it. And yeah, some people provide a list, an official letter with a list of the courses that they are enrolled on for this final year. There are different ways that different universities do it, but provided that we can deduce that this is your final year of study, then it should be fine. And then there was one other question I'd seen. Yeah. Have you not yet completed your bachelor's degree but want to apply for KTH Renee year 1 or year 2? Basically, the final year of your undergraduate degree is the best opportunity for you to get the specialized courses that you need in order to be able to gain admission to the Masters in Renewable Energy with year one at KTH. So the reason why sometimes it's a little bit tough with applying for KTH if you're in your final year is the program steering committees sometimes are not able to see that you as an applicant have actually fulfilled, for example, the thermodynamics requirements or whatever other KTH specific requirements you've got. So if you look at your transcript and you look at the KTH specific requirements on our website, and if you can see in your transcript that you don't have these KTH specific requirements, but you know that you're going to study them, then you just need to make sure that you can prove that you're going to study them together with your application in order to be able to be considered for KTH in rounds 1 or 2. If you apply in rounds 3 to 5, what that means is that you're probably going to already be enrolled on that final semester, which means you're probably going to have the enrollment of these final courses that you're due to complete in your transcript. So that's why we say this about round 1 or round 2. So you just need to prove that you're going to meet all of the KTH specific requirements in time. That's the function of that requirement.
Yeah, that is KTH. The coordinators prefer that if you are just doing your last year, no, of your bachelor, then if you apply to round 1, you are missing, no, and they prefer that you apply in 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds, no, where you have where they can see all the subjects. Okay. Okay.
Can I, Cristobal and Sylvia and Josh, can I add something else? So, for example, if a student applied to the program and they have been rejected for the program, I don't know, because something to do maybe with the background, the study background, not anything to do with maybe the test scores for English, because they can retake that and apply again, correct? But say based on their background, they've been rejected, can they reapply again? And could this decision be changed, or is it better than for them to try and apply to a different program?
They can replay again. Okay. Well, in some cases, if it's very clear, they can insist. But if it's clear, they will not be admitted. But sometimes it depends on the year 1 university. Okay. If you are a mechanical engineer, then you can go everywhere. For instance, if you are an electrical engineer, then maybe well, KTH will consider you for year 1, but if they don't find courses in thermodynamics, heat transfer, then they will not accept you in year 1, but they will accept you in year 2. For instance, in UPC, we can accept electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, maybe chemical engineers, we have to check, okay? Then maybe if you apply to UPC and KTH, well, we will see. Maybe myself, I will communicate to him that it's better that he applies to IST, for instance. No. Then sometimes even us during the round will already communicate to the applicant that, well, you have not been admitted because you have asked for to these 2 universities, but if you apply to this year 1 university, then it's very likely that you will be admitted. Okay, then it's possible to reapply. You have studied theoretical physics, you can insist, no, but you will not be admitted. No, you have studied, I don't know, social sciences, no, economics, only economics. Then you can insist, no, round 1, round 2, round 3, but it's impossible. Okay, but there are other cases where it depends on the year 1. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Cristobal. I know we're over time now. Josh, I just wanted to ask you, I think there's like 1 or 2 more questions that just popped in. I'm not sure if it was already covered. Yeah. One about Ireland and another one about Pakistan. I think I'm not sure if that was covered already or not. Can you just maybe take these last questions and then we can close maybe for today?
I don't think I can see them. Would you be so kind as to read them out for me, please?
Of course. One is about Ireland, where apparently they use an honor scoring system, and they're not sure how to transfer this. They cannot offer GPA results. How can they transfer this, like towards, like, so it's a numerical results essentially?
I'm just trying to think of when I've looked at Irish transcripts before. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how Irish transcripts look, but usually, I mean, I don't know if you get a numerical grade at all. If you don't get a numerical grade, if it's yeah, just like words, for example, like I said earlier, sort of like pass, merit, distinction, that kind of thing, then usually on the reverse of the transcript, there's some kind of clarification as to what those words actually mean. So I don't know if that's going to be the case if you look at the backside of your transcript. But in the worst case scenario, you apply with the documents that you've got, and if we at the admissions office need anything extra, then we'll be in contact with you and we'll let you know. I think that's probably the best response I can give to you now.
Okay, thank you, George. And then also just a question, I think maybe you already covered it a little bit about English, but a student from Pakistan studying mechanical engineering in English language, and he's got a certificate from the university that the whole degree is taught in English language. However, he doesn't have IELTS or TOEFL or other equivalents that we are. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. So yeah, this is a very good question, and this is a project that the admissions office have been working on for the past month or so. We've basically been reviewing the English proficiency requirements that are current at our partner universities and updating the InnoEnergy English proficiency requirements in accordance to the local university requirements. And this information will be going up on our website in very due course over the coming days, I should hope. And essentially, if you have studied the equivalent of a 180 ECTS bachelor's degree in Pakistan in English, provided that you provide proof of the fact that you studied and were assessed only in English, then for the Masters in Renewable Energy, you would be able to qualify for UPC, École Polytechnique, and IST.
Perfect, thank you, Josh. And Josh, and how quickly will the applicants know the results, like after the application? So say they applied in round one. I know there's like a calendar, but just a general idea.
So the deadline for application in round one is the 2nd of November, coming around quickly. We then, at the admissions office, will be working to see if everybody has applied with the correct documents so that the program steering committees can make their program specific evaluations, basically looking at the academic side of your applications. And we at the admissions office will be transferring applications to the program steering committees in the middle of November. So if you haven't met the documentation requirements in one way or another, you will be asked to provide us supplementary documentation by a given deadline. And then if you do not meet those requirements that we have said that you need to fulfill, then you will know around the middle of November, okay, I've not fulfilled the documentation requirements, I've not gone any further. But if you do meet the requirements, or if you do provide us with the documents that we ask for, and your application then gets evaluated by the program steering committees, we will then be getting the applications back at the beginning of December, end of November, beginning of December, and then it will be within the first third of December that we're distributing our admissions decisions. And
the same goes for scholarships as well, Josh?
Yeah, they'll be together. So if you are awarded a scholarship, the details of that will be included in your admissions letter.
Okay, and I'll just take one last question for Cristobal and Sylvia, and I promise I close. Because Cristobal and Sylvia, you mentioned different backgrounds for different universities as well. And there's a student who's got, I think it's she's from Energy Science and Engineering Department, in which all the requirements have been fulfilled. Which of the universities you think it's best for her to apply to? Where does she have more chance?
I think with this background, any of them. I think she to the 4 universities, the one that she likes most. Yeah. With this background, in principle, she can apply to, because the background was
Energy Science and Engineering.
It's very focused in this program. It's perfect for this program. Any of the universities are okay. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. I just want to tell all the participants, I know we went over some information quite quickly. Just so you know, we recorded the webinar and you will all receive the recording of the webinar in case you want to check anything like the communication, any of the slides that Cristobal was sharing or Josh was sharing. So there's also an option to do that. I think you'll receive an email with the recording tomorrow for the webinar. Thank you everyone for joining today. Thank you, Sylvia, Cristobal and Josh. And I will close the webinar now and I look forward to seeing everyone at the next program webinars that we're holding. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.